Apologize for the technical issues. We have some problems on PS4 network today. That's the reason for this delay. We are back to Crucible, trying to get my scores for the Dark Drinker.
Gained the lead. Lost the lead.
Okay. This team appears to be very fast. They have much of advantage compared to me and the rest of my team by the looks of it.
Heavy ammo inbound. Only 5 minutes left. Heavy ammo available. You're in the lead.
Didn't manage to get my second one there, but there you go. Why was he not tethered?
Falling behind.
That's it, yeah.
Gained the lead. never saw it coming. Their dignity is yours. Allies have your back. Victory imminent. 1 minute. "30 seconds and counting." "10 seconds remaining." You took their honor, Guardian. Splendid.
Okay, so at least my team won. So that's good. My score's not particularly good, but it's the team effort that counts at the end. As you can see. Right. So let's see what's next. Another match, I guess. I got just one Guardian kill on my sword, and I need to work out the strategy to which I can use them better. Probably the best used in a team where I flank when the enemy is attacking up front and I come from behind with that sword, because that sword is one strike, one kill. But using it up front is not going to work. Relieved to see that Supremacy is working out better at the moment. We are not having any more infinite loading periods, so that's very good. I'll have another biscuit. There we are. Blind watch. The next Crucible match. let's see what happens next.
Supremacy. Bravo team. Take your enemy down, then take their crest. Their honor will come with it. You're in the lead. Lost the lead.
Lost the lead. Maybe what I'll do is I'll try that other weapon, right? What was that? Didn't work at all, really. I'm not having much joy in here by the looks of it. This guy killed me already like half a dozen times. And not doing too well in here.
Heavy ammo on the way. Only 5 minutes left. Heavy ammo available.
Hello Goose, how are you doing sir? Good to see you. Thanks for coming today.
No one shares the glory on that one, Guardian.
What I'm doing at the moment is I'm doing Crucible because I need to get 25 sword kills for my Dark Drinker quest. And this is my first outing to the Crucible. Yesterday and today, and so far so good, you know, really good fun. I'm still learning in order to kind of polish up my skill. Similar to other battle royale games really, it's just that it's all about speed, agility, quick reflex, that sort of thing. As you could see, I was not spotting the enemy fast enough. That killed me. Yeah, I mean, so far so good. We just need to be obviously doing a lot more of Crucible to know what to do and, you know, to get some skill and experience. He's holding that position in there, that guy, and we need to kill him. He's still there. It's so annoying that they're not dying.
The enemy's almost won. Their honor is shattered.
Oh, look at this. That lag was just unbelievable there. Well, I guess if some other guys on faster servers, then no wonder they're getting all the kills.
Surrender, Guardian. You have dignity to maintain.
Bah. Our team lost. I didn't have anything much to do here. Just got killed many times, that's all. Got some rewards at the end, which is not too bad. next match, hopefully. Next supremacy match in the Crucible is to follow. The reason I'm doing Crucible is, well, quite simply connected to my Dark Drinker quest. I need to get 25 Guardian kills in Crucible, and so far I got only 1, and those kills need to be done with the right sword. Soul Sword, that is. So at the moment, I'm still trying to work out how to do those sword kills in there. I find it very difficult. I had lots of kills with my hand cannon, but it's been very difficult with soul sword. The reason is obvious. The enemies are not using swords that frequently, and they're hitting you from wider distance. Therefore, you need to come close to them in order to finish them off. So it's all about the speed. I don't have the speed. I'm not particularly fast in gaming overall, so that is going to be a long grind for me. Some people in the arena are incredibly fast, and you know, they're jumping and firing and doing all sorts, and I'm just simply not as fast, that's all. Therefore I'm not collecting the scores. I think the sword kills are easier in a steady team, in a crew or clan, because you can have strategy in which your teammates are drawing enemies and then you're attacking them from behind, basically flanking and hitting them with that sword where they're not expecting you to be, you know, and that is then a lot easier to work out so far, because that sword is mighty. 1 strike, 1 kill is guaranteed. So, you know, need to work something out. And also the other thing is I'm not getting heavy ammunition, therefore the sword cannot be used. It is obvious that Bungie created this with a certain purpose in mind, and that purpose is clear. Make it very difficult for the player, and he will need to be grinding it and acquiring a lot of knowledge and skill before completing. In fact, I did complete the first part of that quest yesterday. I destroyed 50 mages, and that was good. It's all done with my sword as well. Memento, European Dead Zone on Earth.
Supremacy. Bravo team.
Can you tell me, why is this European Dead Zone appearing in Destiny 1?
Get the crest.
European Dead Zone does not belong to Destiny 1. So this is odd. I don't even know what's going on in here. It's like so fast. Sniper. Oh man, I'm just getting killed all the time. I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting anything in here.
Heavy ammo inbound. Five minutes remaining. Heavy ammo available.
Yeah, but not for me. These guys are so fast. Well, I don't know what. Maybe I'm just so slow, or maybe there's something else I don't know what. They just seem to be seeing me much earlier than I can see them. Look at that. Firing. And I'm dying so fast. It can't be that they are really shooting us precisely. Very, very far from me. So there must be some other issue in here. I don't know what it is.
lost. Saw it coming. Their dignity is yours. One minute. Seconds and counting.
Oh, mosquitoes.
Only 10 seconds left. They took your glory, Guardian. Reclaim it!
We lost, and I didn't have really much of a score in that either. Well, well. Got some rewards though, so that's good. Let's see. What are the rewards? In fact, some maps are better than others for me, I think, in there. This map I didn't like at all. It seemed quite complicated. 391. The reason I'm doing Crucible is simple. I need to get this quest completed called Honing the Edge, and I got 1 second completed, which is 50 of those major kills and Guardian kills. As you could see, I'm struggling with that, not getting very far. But I've got to do it because this is obviously a part of my Dark Drinker quest. No way around it. Got to be grinding it, and the guys I'm fighting against are your PvP pros. I can tell from the way they do it that I've been there all the time, very much at home with the Crucible and Destiny PvP. And, you know, considering I have 1 day of experience and skill and they have 4 or 5 years, well, that tells you all. Luck sometimes is one of those important factors as well. And we'll see.
Supremacy. Alpha team.
I'm just surprised to see that in Destiny 1 we're playing the map that actually is not in the game.
Here's how this works. Break your opponent and retrieve their crest.
That was very strange. This one is perfect.
You're in the lead.
Oh, playing against the same team all the time. Why is that?
You're falling behind. Their dignity is yours. Gains the lead.
I actually neutralized the best PvP player in this game, so that's quite good today.
Glory is yours.
Melee skill. Why did he not go down?
Lost the lead.
I didn't even see him.
Heavy ammo inbound. Only 5 minutes left. Heavy ammo available.
Yeah, there must be a clan. I can tell that playing tactically. I don't know really what my guys are doing at all. Rocket launcher.
Nearly lost. Your crest is your honor, Guardian. Protect it!
No, I'm not happy with the with my weapons. I think I'll need to change something in there. Let me see. Didn't really do very much, that shotgun. Fourth Horseman. Try another one. Maybe that fusion rifle as well. Let's see. I keep playing against the same team all the time, and they're quite good, which means I'm not getting anywhere. And also only managed to get heavy ammunition maybe 2 or 3 times today. Did manage to get 1 kill on the sword, but overall it isn't really all that illuminating. So this is a different map by the looks of it. I've not been here. Sector 618.
Supremacy. Bravo team. One kill, one crest. Make it happen, Guardian. Gained the lead. Their honor is shattered.
Speak to Lord Shax. Well, did complete something by the looks of it.
Enough! This battle was one-sided. I know total domination when I see it. Superb.
Looks like this team was very good. I didn't really do anything much again. Did have a few kills, but that was about it. We'll go to Lord Shax. Been asked to find out what he has in stock, so I'm quite curious to see. quickly have a look at my quest as well to find out as to why. Progress. A battle for glory. What would that mean? Enter the Crucible and take the glory of your opponents in the supremacy match type. Okay. Speak to Lord Shax. So that's been completed. This bounty is also completed. Defeat 3 opposing guardians with special weapons. Got some Might of Light. I got also some entries in there. Iron armor chest. Forged in fire. And a kill death ratio of 1-0 or greater in a single Crucible match. Looks like I did well. Claim reward as well. So we did complete this, so that's good. Character, entry. Days of Iron Crown. Days of Iron Cuirass. So we'll have a look at our character. We don't really want any of this as of my use. What else have we got here? 340. Ornament. I see. They have some extra second thoughts. The perks on these are better, so we'll have to keep them. Okay. Any more? No. Got a lot of shacks. The perks are better on those acquisitions from whatever they're called, mystery bags. And that's the good reason for them to be kept and then updated. We are going to do this shortly, maybe not shortly, but we are going to do that sometime. The helmet I've got already is pretty good. All perks enabled, but I think the one I picked up is a bit more mighty. So we look forward to getting a bit more experience. Plenty of Might of Light. We can do that really easily, quickly. In fact, maybe we'll do that in a minute. But I want to see what Lord Shax has in stock for us. That's my priority. The temperature outside is 12, so it's neither hot nor cold. It's going to drop considerably after sunset. Alright, let's have a look. Some engrams as well to decode. Postmaster, not talking to us.
Let's see what we have then.
Some interesting finds for you, sir. Let's proceed.
Oh, now that should be interesting.
Takanami Ranger is definitely weaker to what we need here. In fact, some of those coming out of mystery bags indeed do have many perks, and as you could see, they're quite useful and also look very good. So keep this in mind, put the other ones in the vault. No more to do inventory wise here. Lord Shax is our next port of call, and before then we'll just go and have a look at the bounties in there. Maybe he will have another bounty for us as well.
Open log.
Top 3 finish.
Transaction complete.
He doesn't have any of those. Maybe Lord Shax will.
Korra's gift for the light is like fuel.
There we are, talking
What do
to
you
Lord
need?
Shax. Quest complete. Well fought. Glory was yours today. Enjoy the spoils while you can. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. Quite frankly, I don't think I've done too well, but the game is giving it to me, so why not take it? 77 Wizard Fusion Rifle. Quick draw. Looks quite good, in fact. Alright. Shotgun Matador. Also pretty good. Sniper Rifle 2020. All of them are quite good, in fact. I'll go for that fusion rifle.
I counted up the number of Warlock, Hunter, and Titan crests you captured.
Supremacy.
The Vanguard will
Trophy earned. Your rank with this faction has increased. Keep up the good work, Guardian. Show your fellow Guardians they can depend on you in a fight. So Crucible Armor, Crucible Chroma, Crucible Weapons, Crucible Armor. Yeah, it's all not that high up. Crucible Weapons. Yeah, okay, we'll take Crucible Weapons this time. Something Wicked, All My Victims Cloak. Okay. Something Wicked is... well, that's a new fusion rifle which I just got. Put this fusion rifle on. Moment. Rocket launcher 390, something Wicked. Okay. So what we do need to do is we need to get Days of the Iron Crown on. No, first of all we need to infuse it. That's the first thing to do. Okay. So go up there, infuse with Hood of Malak. So we have those ones. 75, 382, 340. Okay. And 391. 391 defense, 391 defense. What's this? All my victims quirk. And this is the Marade. 390. What are the parasitic or void catalyst? Okay, it's not much difference in there. Ryan's here. Hello Ryan, how are you doing? Good to see you, thanks for coming. Ryan's out first of all saying hello, asking how is the Dark Drinker quest coming along? I can tell you it is coming along. Yesterday I completed the first section with 50 major kills, and that was all good, done in about 3 hours. And then I had to go to Crucible, and I'm not particularly skilled in Crucible. It was my first entry to the arena yesterday, so I'm grinding it, and so far I got 1 kill on those Guardians with a sword. I find it very difficult to get heavy ammunition in order to enable my sword, and you know, it was just literally a stroke of luck. Otherwise I've been using my hand cannons and trying to kind of just polish up my teams. There are like a proper clans, so they really are there with the good tactics and strategies, which means that I'm lagging well behind. And Ryan says, yeah, it's very hard to do Crucible with sword. Well, they put it in here because of that reason. In fact, the strategy that works is doing it with your permanent team of 6, like your raiders, or you know, people who do big things with. And then 3 of these guys are drawing enemy to come towards them, and I, with my sword, will then be just flanking them at all times and attacking them from behind, because when they are hit from behind, they you know, they're very vulnerable, and the sword is very effective if they are just like with their backs turned to you. And Ryan says Mayhem is the best to do. Heavy spawns in a lot quicker. Mayhem, and that is on, yeah, I know that it is on another section. I've been doing Supremacy, and on Supremacy I completed some bounties and I got some trophies as well. But in terms of the actual score for my Dark Drinker, just got 1 out of 25. Which one would you recommend as the best, Ryan, in order to complete that quest? I mean, all of them are very difficult, but you said Mayhem. Mayhem is the best. Is that because the heavy is respawning quicker? Well, I wasn't too bothered today and yesterday, because obviously as I come to the arena for the first time, Mayhem Rumble, I'll have a look at that one. As I was doing, obviously, Crucible for the first time, I just had to find my way around, you know, first of all. And the focus was initially on getting the quest completed, but then on the other hand, it shifted to just getting skills, because I've not done Crucible before. Rand says, solo players, it's like free for all. Well, do I play just then, what, 1 against 1? Or I need to have a look. Is it 3 against 3? I've gone to 6 against 6 because I think with 6 people are there, perhaps there's a greater chance of getting scores. 6 players only. So Mayhem Rumble is like the elimination. You need to eliminate 1 by 1. I'll try it and have a look. But what I do need to do at the moment... Oh, 1 against 1. Okay. I got it. I'll try it. I think yesterday Tonzak and myself were trying to get in, but the server was not allowing us, and we just kept waiting for quite some time, and therefore we called it a day and then went to Supremacy. We played Supremacy for a number of hours, which was pretty good. So what I need to do here is I just need to double check that I've got my best kit on, my best weapons. I think maybe this one I can put on as well at the moment for upgrading. This one does need upgrading, of course. And Dark Drinker has everything on. The Wolves Remember. I need to see what other weapon needs to have other perks on. Arc Edge, Void Edge, well, Arc Edge can put on for this purpose. So now we'll go to inventory, we'll use 30 Might of Light. There we are, use 30, plenty of those, as you can see. So I've been really grinding lots of different quests and sub-quests. I managed to get lots of Might of Light. I always have about 250 to 350 in stock, which is indeed very useful. So let's see, these have to be enabled. It looks like all the, yeah, that's right. So Hawk Moon, Luck in the Chamber, Relic Iron I don't have, okay. And this one, that's quite good. I collected lots of spin metal yesterday. So let me see, we have performance bonus, okay, quick draw, unbelievably fast, reduced magazine size, accelerated coils, that's fine, cascade, melee kills, sure shot. Ryan says 1 against 1 type of thing, and everybody is for themselves. If you go to the hangar you can buy Relic Iron and 20 legendary marks. I could do that, but I think at the moment the reason I'm upgrading the weapons is that I have to come back to the tower, but the focus will be on Crucible and the use of certain weapons which already have been equipped, and the weapons like Imago Loop and my sword are maxed out, so I don't have to worry about them, if you know what I mean. I'll do this later, or maybe on another day. This is just literally making sure that, yeah, so as you see, Arc Edge is also very good. In fact, Arc Edge I could probably infuse with something else in there, right? Perhaps not. Need to work this out as well. Okay, so I've done Hawk Moon and I've done Arc Edge. Coming back to weapon, use L2 to guard effect against solid void attacks. Okay. And then we have this one. Which needs to be enabled. And then also, oh, this one is not a, use extra 10 Might of Light. So we'll have a look. That's not too bad. More ammunition. Increased intellect. So I've chosen well. This is exactly what I wanted to have. And the Days of Iron Hallberg are going to serve me well by the looks of it. I also like the design. Any more? Yes, there is. The Reactive is here. Hello, the Reactive, how are you? He says, I miss Destiny 1. Well, you can join us sometimes in here. I stream Destiny 1 every day, and I've done so already for 6 months with some breaks. And our community of Destiny veterans is alive, energetic and vibrant. We have also our new social hub on my brand new Gaming Dialogue blog. That's been launched earlier this week, so you can have a look at that as well. And yeah, just squad up, talk to us, be a member of our community, and it is never going to be boring as long as we are enjoying our Destiny 1 world. And the Reactors ask me, you do not play Destiny 2? I do play Destiny 2. In fact, I did come back to Destiny 2 broadcast as well this week. We had one broadcast, I think it was on Wednesday. I was intending to do also more Destiny 2 broadcasts this week, but we had shifted our focus on the acquisition of those very best weapons, and that's the priority. All of that is in Destiny 1, so I'm not doing, well, I'll obviously get to it, but the Destiny 2 streams are not as regular as Destiny 1, if you want it, at the moment, but there will be. I'm going to be prioritizing at least 2 hours for Destiny 2 every day, and the reason I am not doing that at the moment is previously the Sleeper Simulant quest, and now it's the Dark Drinker quest. And the Reactor says, you're good on Crucible. No, I'm not good on Crucible. I'm very bad. I just entered the arena yesterday, and I'm quite good in other Battle Royale games, but not in Crucible. That's really the very beginning of those quests for me, those matches. So I did learn a few things since yesterday, but so far I didn't have really very good scores, I did have quite a few kills, but the other guys were a lot better than me, and also I was getting killed many times, so that's not really something that I'm very happy with. But obviously it'll take me a bit of time to gain all of that knowledge and skill. Okay, so I did improve all of these, and let me see, I need to go back to my other weapons, which is Imago Loop, and then we have that other weapon. We said we are going to try that fusion rifle, and we are going to put back on our Soul Edge as well, which is this one, and so that is in order, this is in order. Yeah, we'll do this tomorrow. We'll enable the perks. And the Reactor says, oh right, I missed Trials, I can't believe they took it out. Yes, that's right, and basically it is unlikely that the Trials are going to be brought back. So that's all gone, unfortunately. But
See you, Hivebane.
wait a minute. He also does have some bounties in here, but I do have those already on me.
Hivebane.
The Reactor says, I've been flawless 7 times, but I stopped playing for half a year. Well, if you, I'll give you an example. If you go to my blog,
What do they expect of me?
and if you have a look, just bear with me a second.
To call them
Tell the monarchy
beasts would
they'll
give
have
them
to wait.
meaning.
You okay, Hunter?
You want the Crucible? Shax is the Crucible.
Yeah, if you go to my blog, I'll post the link in here, so you'll see.
Well, dead Orbit
There.
isn't calling the shots. I am.
And you can have a look. There are some thoughts of mine on coming back to Destiny. The way I open the article is by stating that coming back to Destiny after a little break is a bit like coming back to your friends and family, or you know, the people who are very close to you, or the places you love the most, because it does have that kind of family environment aura. So if you're away from Destiny for a few months and you come back to it, you will experience, first of all, that degree of warmth, and after that, if you have your own Destiny community, you know, you'll reconnect with the guys and you'll find yourself being at home back again. So really a very, very good idea to be doing this from time to time. And the reactive says, I've got to go now, but I will be back. Well, thanks very much for coming and for watching, for being a member of our community. Make sure you check out the blog and you'll enjoy some of the thoughts I think given there. They tell everybody what to do and also what not to do when doing certain top tier advanced gaming quests. And we hope to see you later, and thanks very much for coming. Thank you for watching the broadcast indeed. And we are going to go back to orbit, and we'll be looking at another type of battle in Crucible. Ryan told us to try Mayhem Rumble, so I'll go and have a look at that. We were looking at it yesterday, but we didn't complete, so that will be one I think. 3 against 3 Rumble. You said Mayhem Rumble. Wait a minute, is that the one? Okay. So that must be it. Rumble, right? Okay, let's see. There were some problems with that yesterday. We couldn't get many enough people to come in, or we were blocked, or I don't know what. There was some problem. So we'll try Rumble. Let's see what happens there. Maybe I will be a bit more successful there. I don't know. Donzak says Rumble and Mayhem Rumble are not quite the same type of match. So where do I... Yeah, okay. So where do I find Mayhem Rumble? Where are those? Elimination, salvage. Well, I don't think I really want to do private, because private will not be counting, I don't think, for my quest. So I'll have to go back to the other ones. Well, I'll have a look. If not, I'll go back to Supremacy, because I've been obviously trying out Supremacy and indeed attempting to learn, and Supremacy seemed quite good for this. The other one, when you have to be holding your position, I find a bit more advanced, and I don't really want to be doing it at the moment. You know, I want to find one section of the Crucible which is where I feel comfortable. And Tonzak says, you may have to try again next week. The types of Crucible matches that are presented in the menus change every week at reset. No, I'm not really fussed, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to learn basically everything that needs to be done there in Crucible, and no, it's not gonna, I don't want to wait here for half a day. The other one was quite good because we managed to get very quick teams on board, and you know, it was a lot better. I can't be spending half a day waiting. And that's obviously to do with the viewers and indeed my schedule today. The schedule is somewhat different. I started an hour later. The reason for that is very simple. We've gone to our summertime overnight and I completely forgot about it. And therefore everything was, you know, like brought forward by 1 hour. So I'm gonna have my dinner a bit earlier than usual and everything else. Well, my broadcast is not going to be on for, you know, very, very long. I've been doing it since 11, although what you can see in there is a different timing because we've had some PlayStation Network problems and the broadcast was suddenly discontinued. Hello Tonzak, how are you doing, sir? Good to see you. Thank you very much for helping us out yesterday. Really appreciate it. And I got my 50 mages there. The first part of this quest has been completed and I thank you for that. You helped me tremendously, and also you provided me with some tips for the Crucible and I applied them, learned a bit. In fact, I did have quite a few kills on both days, but the other teams appear to be much better. Well, the other, you know, gamers. I was in some teams today that were winning, so I could just hide behind the other guys. And Donzak says, although some of the matches were really tough, indeed they were. And there was a very tough team in my Supremacy earlier today as well. They were really winning everything. Donzak says tried, but the other players were good too. Yeah. Well, today, the team I played against, they had, I think, about 3 people who were, you know, their own team. And it was very easy to see. They just really covered their position and, you know, flanked a bit, and which is the case, obviously. In PvP and Battle Royale, it shows immediately. There's a big difference between random and, you know, steady teams, permanent teams. And for some reason it's keeping it down to 1, and previously it was quite easy to select. Have to wait a bit, I guess. It's quite easy to be re-entering the arena as well. There were no major delays or troubles or problems or anything. But I guess it needs to select, the game needs to select the first lot. Yeah, you're right actually. I might be better off just cancelling and trying again. Yeah. Donzak asked me to, you know, reload the whole thing because sometimes we are waiting because there's just one arena, and therefore if it is full then it's much harder for people to get in. The reason I dropped out was to do with the instructions. The game asked me to go back to Lord Shaxx and you get some rewards, which is what I did. And the rewards were pretty good. Already forgot. Tonzak is asking me, what did you get from Lord Shax? I already forgot. I had one weapon. The weapon I got was that fusion rifle. I just upgraded, and that is called... where is it now? 77 Wizard. '77 Wizard I got as well. Well, that wasn't to do with Lord Shax. And the quest which I did have before was also completed. So it was a few things together. It's the completion of the quest. And the weapon. Yeah, that's right. In fact, I think I will be equipping one of my fusion rifles as well in order to try them, because my Sleeper Simulant is the best fusion rifle I have. The trouble is, in Supremacy, it's much easier to get special weapon ammunition than the ammunition for your heavies, and therefore I can equip that fusion rifle and try to use it. In fact, it seemed to work better than some of the shotguns. I did have one shotgun equipped and it didn't seem to work too well. I had a couple of kills with it, but it didn't seem to have an impact, you know, with sort of CQBs. And I think I'll try a different combination. Just a question of finding the best combination for me, you know, the best weapons and the best loadout. I think so far Imago Loop was doing the job and my secondary was not. So I need to find the secondary that is going to be, you know, doing it good. And maybe I've been killed by both a sniper and fusion rifle a few times, and that's because the team had one prominent player in there who is top-notch sharpshooter, and he was positioned a bit further towards the back. They had tactics, you know, and they were obviously a clan, and therefore they knew what they were doing. The rest of us were just running amok. Do you know what I mean? Just running and trying to find a way in. But to tell the truth, I did have a couple of teams as well that were quite good, and we won several matches. Well, I don't know why I'm waiting for so long, because early on I was selected rather fast. There were no delays of any sort. And as you could see, it's just not happening. Just to remind everyone, the reason I'm doing Crucible is to do with my Dark Drinker quest. I need to get 25 Guardian sword kills in the Crucible, and that's the reason as to why I've gone to this arena yesterday, and I'll have to be doing it now for a while until I get all of the scores, because I do want to get a Dark Drinker. And just like Ryan said, getting those kills with your sword in the Crucible is quite difficult. It does take a bit of time and patience. I got one of them today, so that was good. But, you know, one a day may not be the fastest or the best. Just to remind everyone, if you are doing your Dark Drinker quest, remember you've got to be doing the kills with your applicable sword, which is the Soul Sword. All the other ones will not count towards the quest. It's got to be the sword in order to complete. It looks like restarting the search is not doing anything differently, so just let it search. Yeah, but that's obviously persisting at the moment. Early on it was not difficult. I got in more or less straight away. I guess people might be occupying the arena, that people doing it again and again, and I'm being not brought in. That's the the obvious. It's very annoying for the viewers when we all have to be waiting for so long, but I really do ask everyone for a bit of patience. I have got to be doing this quest. It is really very important because I want my characters to have the best quality weapons in the game, and Donzak says it is also very annoying for the players. It absolutely is, but I can see now it's began to search, and it, you know, the engine is getting some other people, so we'll get there. We are just dependent on that technology. There's nothing we can do. And you know, the trouble is, if the game does not have any more regular maintenance, then these things are persisting. And also coming back to what we experienced yesterday, Tonzak, in the games I've had earlier today, not all the games, but in some of them, I could see that some other people were on faster service. And as they were on faster service, there was a problem with hit registration ratio, and they were killing us quicker to what we could do to them. It definitely was the case, and they didn't have the weapons which were considerably better than ours, but it was just like one shot, one kill, and also from the distance. And also I got killed a couple of times, I think, through containers and walls, you know, which was really weird. In one instance in particular, I evaded, I had full life, I went behind a container, the guy was on a platform which was elevated quite far from me, I was not in his line of sight, and, you know, just bang. And he was even using his fusion rifle. And Tonzak says, yes, because they see you sooner than you can see them. And we have, your shot was lucky. Hello. Your shot, how are you doing? Thank you for joining our channel. Thank you for being here with us. Hopefully you'll be enjoying our Destiny community here on my channel. And your shot is asking, what is the fastest way to level up? And Tonzak answered that by saying, do the Vanguard bounties. So that's one of the fastest ways. Do the Vanguard bounties. Also another way to level up, but I'm not sure whether you would have that relic, is by it's a relic you pick up and you can level up from 1 to 40 instantly. Just have a look at the diary, I've written it in there. Yeah, so a message for your shot. Your shot, if you can get the item, which is that item, will level you up from 1 to 40 instantly. So keep an eye out for that spark of light. Once you get it, you are going to be able to use that on your characters. I used that on my Titan, which meant that I started with my Titan, you know, right from the beginning on the level 40, and that was very, very useful.
Supremacy. Bravo team.
Alright. Spark of light, that's right.
Get the kill. Then get the crest.
Tonzak said, this is because they can see you sooner than you can see them, in the case of which machines can scan packets to the server sooner. Yeah, that's right. This is only a minute timing difference, but I'm playing against the same team again. So what's this? Where was he? Didn't see him.
You're in the lead.
Yeah, I played against him, and he has. He's a sniper guy, that Luigi. He was killing me all the time, really. Tonzak says he was above you, and they also chucked a grenade. Yeah, it's annoying that I'm again playing against the same team. The same team that was winning early on, and then eventually I was I was given a place on the team, you know, through the random matchmaking, because somebody must have left. And then once I was on the team, we were just winning all the time. Look at this, he's disappearing. He is disappearing, didn't I see? I could see him and then I could not see him, so there's definitely something to do with the server. Tonzak says it's time to find the heavy ammunition drops and trying to hold the position. Probably. I'm going to try out a few things as well here with my fusion rifle. These guys know the map, and I know nothing, so therefore they have a massive advantage. That's just a fact. You can see he's holding his position in there. And he's there like all the time.
Heavy ammo on the way.
No, I'm not doing anything good, I'm afraid.
Five minutes remaining. Heavy ammo available.
Why am I not jumping so high then? They can. Don't get it. Nah, I'm just completely Alright. 3 of them sticking together at all times. You can tell. Sniper again, was it? Anyway, I'm talking and reading my chats, and I have to focus on the battle because I don't think I got anything in this match. That's probably the worst match so far today. They didn't get tethered, and now they got away already. Pink is here. Hello Pinky, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you Pinky for joining us. Thank you for... I think he killed me through the wall. Could have not fired his shots that fast because I took cover. You can see that so-called team of mine is no team at all, in fact. It's just, you know...
Is yours. Only 1 minute left.
You can see as soon as I was doing something together with another person, we were obviously getting some kills. So I was getting some kills. All these guys are just running amok. I can't stop thinking that some of these guys are much... well, they can see me quicker while I can see them. Maybe it's just my assumption, but I just have a feeling that that's exactly what's happening.
My respect for you grows with every crest you claim, Guardian. Well,
So we won it, but that's not down to my effort. 120 against 96. Well, well. What do you know? You could see in our team, Eric the Enigma, that guy Pele, they had 26, 16, 45, 43 kills between them, so they're almost certainly a team. Almost certainly people playing together. Tonzak says, and if they have comms, they can report where opponents are and plan through it. Considering there is so little space for Supremacy and all the other arenas, if you have a team that has 3 or 4 people from the same clan, they have massive advantage. But I still think that the server speed is very important. It doesn't have to be visible. They can come in individually, you know. This is what happened earlier today. I was in a match with my German community member, and he said that suddenly out of the blue some people from his clan were appearing and they were basically fighting against him. So I'm sure there are the different ways to which they can come in without being together just with one person, you know. Gonzak says, have a look at the roster and you can see who is in the fire team. I really couldn't see that early on. I couldn't detect it. I didn't know what to look for. I looked for highlights, the black bars or something, and didn't see any of it. The drifter. The drifter is on the reef. This map is also quite difficult.
Supremacy. Bravo team.
Taking some screenshots of those nice outfits as well.
Take your enemy down, then take their crest. Their honor will come with it. You're in the lead.
You see, I go in cover and I get killed. So there's definitely something on the server. Almost certainly. Okay, this was alright because he obviously had me in his line of sight, so this was not a problem. But previously, there was a problem. That Luigi has got sniper. Donzak says it's caused by serious lag, and Destiny has had its problems for as long as I can remember. Well, at the end of the day, then it is you know, simply very poor. Because as you know, for any PvP, that needs to be completely resolved. Where is he? Where? Did you see that?
Heavy ammo on the way. Heavy ammo available.
Yeah, wherever.
5 minutes remaining.
I thought I knocked him out. Oh no. Fonzak says, I don't think that cross-continent networks is going to be allowing all of that to be resolved. No, probably not. But as long as you got this kind of nonsense, then it's just trying your luck, really, because you have no control over who's going to be on your network, and they will have a massive advantage. The funny thing is, the vast majority of the gamers are not aware of this,
You're almost there.
you know? Captain Jack says, to be fair, everyone's connection is green bar, but yours. Yeah, that's right. Therefore, I am just completely stuck in here. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. They're all probably on fast fiber optic and using, you know, 20, 30, 40 upload speed, whilst I'm on 1. My upload speed is 1, so it's a non-starter. call anything like
Lost
this.
the lead.
You know, may have to go
Gains the lead.
and use somebody else's internet.
You took their honor, Guardian. Splendid.
It says that our team won, but I actually didn't do anything good. I was more of a burden to that team than anything else. Well, it's a close call, 120 against 116, so that was really quite close. At least I didn't die that many times, so that was pretty good. See, 1 kill. And I can tell you, I'm playing against the same team all the time as well. All the time, it's the same team. That Luigi, Witchbabe, Vakipelu, you know, Stefan James, these guys. There's all the time the same team. Played against them already more or less the whole afternoon. I can't do anything about the connection, unfortunately. Nothing. And it's comforting to know that I'm not the only one. Lots of us in the UK have exactly the same problem because our internet is ranked 36. You know, in Western Hemisphere we're like 36. We could have been as well 136 for what I get. You know, internet is alright for watching YouTube videos and that, but for anything more taxing and more serious, such as streaming and playing PvP or doing anything on a server, it is completely abysmal. So that is one of the reasons it doesn't matter. I mean, I might be polishing up my skill and, you know, being absolutely astonishing, but as long as I have this kind of connection, that will not be present or visible. I had a team also with some other UK-based guys in Apex, and we had exactly the same problem. You get teams that are using faster servers, and we can put 2 or 3 magazines in the enemy, they're not dying, and they have like 1 shot, 1 kill advantage. The tricky thing is that the vast majority of the gamers, you know, people who like play the game for 1 hour or something, they don't realize that they do not know this. I guess for us that spend a lot more time, we can see it. It's not a way of kind of fleeing away from the lack of skill. I have no skills here, so I joined the Crucible only yesterday. But there is the difference between that and then the problems caused by the server. When Tonzak and me played yesterday, we could see straight away that there was some sort of server-related issue. And, you know, I had another community member earlier doing some matches with me today, and the only thing he does is Crucible. He plays Crucible all the time, and he said exactly the same. He said he could really see those problems instantly. So, you know, left to the mercy of it all.
Supremacy. Alpha team.
So who's in my alpha team? Let's see.
Get the kill. Then get the crest.
Constantly the same crew. It's just rehashed. At the minute, I'm in the group that I actually played against just a moment ago. Didn't get him though. Pinky's asking me to change the weapon, and Pinky thinks that my hand cannon is not working. In fact, I could tell you that my hand cannon is working a lot better than the rest of the weapons. We tested that yesterday, so I will keep my hand cannon on. And just like we said, there is a merger of several problems in here, one of which is server related. I didn't even see him. He just popped up.
You're in the lead.
You know, he just popped up at the front of me. I didn't even see him. And I can see some guys when I'm watching are appearing and then disappearing. So that tells you there is a connectivity or server related problem. Which at the end of the day is no fun, you know. It's just taxing for the viewers and for everyone. But just like Tonzak said, some of these problems were persisting for a long while. You probably did see earlier that the guys were appearing and disappearing, and you know, Pinky says he's not particularly good at Crucible, but he has lots of kills. Well, I can tell you from my experience of other Battle Royale games, it's all about practice. But in addition to that, if you are, you know, very good, you do need to have the best possible rig to play it on. If your rig is not good enough, then forget it. Don't even go to PvP. You'll just be facing disappointment. And by the rig, I mean your quality equipment as well as server access and the fastest possible internet connection. If you do not have fiber, which is what I do not have, then just forget it. The results are not going to be particularly stellar. Oh, he came from behind. Didn't you see him? Didn't see him or hear him. Tonzak says, same for him, but he also has lots of deaths. It's not possible to avoid death if the internet connection is poor. You could really see what the problem is there. You could really see that quite easily. What I see is what already had finished. You know?
Heavy ammo inbound. Heavy ammo available. This isn't a fight. It's a massacre.
Tonzak says, well, just throw your grenades at your teammates and then they can turn invisible. Well, it was purely coincidental, really. It wasn't my intention. But I can see the enemy after they're already killed. Do you know what I mean? So my grenade goes to the area where the enemy is about a second too late.
said take the crest, and you took all the crest.
My team won. Okay. 120 against 58. And there's no really any dilemma in my mind as to why that is. Basically, the game had selected me to be on that other team that I played against early on, and they have much faster access than the other team, and that's really what it is. You can see the ratio of everything, and such is life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, somebody else dropped out because obviously. I want to ask Donzak, how can you see at the moment? Where do you see the indication that these guys are in a fire team? I'm looking at the list and I can't see anything telling me that some people are in the same fire team. Where can I see that? I was looking at the roster, but I didn't see it. We are breaking up those items to find a better match. Don't understand. Options, roster. Okay, I've got it. Now I've got it. I've just been kicked out by the game. Cool. Thank you for that. Because I was looking at the roster which was in-game, and I can obviously access that through the options menu. So I'm clear about this. It will help, I think, sometimes. Bald Eagle's here. Hello Bald Eagle, how are you? Thanks very much for coming and watching my broadcast, for being here with us. Thank you for being a member of our community. And Bald Eagle says, this game brings a tear to my eye. Well, the game's been around for 5 years, roughly 4.5 years, and you know, one of the most popular games ever on the internet, with huge number of followers, fans, and gamers worldwide. And indeed, we get lots of people coming here, having a look and saying, "Oh, we played this game like 3 or 4 years ago. We wish we could just get back straight away." Donzak says, keep looking at the roster, and as people join, you'll see them added to the list. That is the roster through the options menu, right? So I click on the options, have a look at the roster, rather than the in-game menu, which is displayed after you press your touchpad. Those access players that are in a fire team are denoted with a bar to the right of their name. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong roster. I was not looking at the roster which is on the options menu. I was looking at the other one, you know, the actual Crucible menu, and therefore I couldn't see it there. So that's clear. I'll adjust. I'll look at the options menu. Yeah. No, that's fine. Looking at it, you know, I was just simply looking at a different thing, which indeed was incorrect. Well, I learned as I go along. I only joined this section of the game yesterday, so, you know, considering I've done, what, 20-30 matches, I'm alright. But the main problem I have is the internet speed. that is the big problem in here. In fact, it's much worse for Crucible. Okay, I'll have a look. So what, these three guys are in the same team, are they? No bar, therefore they are all independent. And where's the bar? The one left. Yeah. These are all independent. They're not... But what is annoying is I recognize now these guys, because these guys are just being circulated in the same arena again and again. No new people are being brought in. So it was the same lot of 10. Yeah, I can see now what Captain Jack was telling me. Everybody else has got like a green line and I have that red dot. So it does tell me that I'm on a much poorer quality connection than them. And there's no wonder that I'm getting killed at all times. This is just a confirmation of everything I said. Maybe it could be a bit better if I wasn't doing broadcasting, because broadcasting is very taxing and broadcasting is affecting the internet connection quite a bit. I had this experience when I was doing Anthem VIP and open demos. I was having one lot of glitches whilst doing broadcasting and then another lot of glitches when doing it just outside of the broadcast. Captain Jack says you are playing against the same players over and over because there's probably just nobody playing D1 Supremacy. And Donzak says take a look at Fried 6230 now. There is a black bar, meaning that plays in a fire team. Okay. I can see that black bar for Yuki Snake, right? So that will be it. If you get that black bar like that, that means they're in a fire team. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I got it. Yeah. So this black bar is replacing the network status. I can't see his network status, I can see just that black bar. No, that's fine. I figured. I can see the black bar right at the end. That is probably what it is. Donzak says no, because this person is not playing the same match as you. Don't worry about it. We'll just wait and see whoever comes in. We have 3 people in there, as you could see. We'll just wait a bit longer. I got a message from somebody asking me to do a different type of activity. Let me see. Pandazing. Hello Pandazing, how are you doing? Thank you for your message. And Pandazing is asking, are you still down to play? Well, at the moment I'm doing Crucible, and I'm doing the section that is basically geared towards my quest. So I can't really do anything at the moment which would be helping you to level up. But I do have some other people here, and Captain Jack's there, and Tonzak is there, and maybe they can help you with leveling up. So if you write on my chat, on Twitch chat, and ask them, and maybe some other people can also join you and help you. So I advise you to be writing on the Twitch chat and then ask others to come in. So you'll be able to, you know, squad up with them. They'll be able to help you. I can't really do anything at the moment. I'm not doing private matches or doing anything outside of my broadcasting hours. It means that the schedule for the broadcast determines what I can and what I cannot do. And I'm afraid I did say that I will help you with your leveling up, but I can't do this at this moment. And if you are wanting to have some help, then write messages on my Twitch chat and ask people to help you out, and they will help you out. You know, we get very many people here squadding up with others, and you know, you just need to request and ask, is anybody out there to help? And there are some people who are saying they will not be able to help at the moment. So Captain Jack and Tonzak are saying that at the moment they can't do it. But you know, other people can also respond, other viewers, so it's always a good idea to have those requests written on my Twitch chat. It's been very difficult to get somebody to come in here for Supremacy. Well, I just mentioned obviously your names, as indeed you were here today, but we are going to get also other people coming and going, you know. So if somebody is writing a request in there on helping somebody with leveling up, then the likelihood is quite great that others will step in. In fact, many times in the past we had, you know, that sort of buddy-buddy approach emerging on the channel. Pandasing was asking me yesterday to help him to raise the levels, and I said I was going to help, but at the time when I was not doing this quest. As I'm doing the quest at the moment, then I can't do anything else outside of that. And this quest requires me to be in the Crucible, and that is not going to help anyone. So unfortunately I can't at the moment. On another day, when this quest is completed, I will be able to help, but not whilst the quest is active. Because what it means is, I'm just responding to Pandasing. If I'm doing this quest, I have to do specific activities in order to complete the quest. So I can't be doing the story missions or Siva Heroics or, you know, something else. It has to be what the quest is asking me to do. Tonzak says, that's okay, but I thought I'd better let you know that I won't be able to participate right now. No, not to worry, sir. I just mentioned, you know, your names, as you obviously amongst the viewers, and Crucible actually gives you a good amount of XP to level up, Captain Jack says. That's fine, but I think the community member was asking for a specific type of activity to level up step by step, and Crucible generally is for quite experienced Destiny gamers and players, so do you know what I mean? I think it's the final stage of Destiny together with the raids, and leveling up is also nicely done with kind of Vanguard strikes. Donzak says, speaking of it, it's time for me to go. Have fun. Catch you again soon. Well, thank you so much, sir, for coming in. Really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being very supportive of my quest. And indeed, once again, I thank you for all the help yesterday. Much appreciated. And indeed, I wish you a good night. And hope to see you here on the channel very, very soon. And thank you for coming, and thank you for watching. I apologize to my viewers, but this is a long grind in every way imaginable, from trying to get the results as well as needing to wait for so long, because the game, as you could see, is giving us some chances and then it's booting us out and not bringing in many enough people, and I keep getting the same squad I play against. It's very Well, everyone who has been doing Destiny will know as to why that is, but if we get anybody who is currently doing Apex, where you have currently 70 million people playing the game, then you know, the fact is that we have a different kind of arena and many enough servers. Captain Jack says he disagrees with me. Generally, Crucible isn't endgame, it's just a different experience than PvE. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think if people come in and they are already experienced with, you know, other PvP, then that's okay. If they have no experience of it, then it's a bit challenging. The way I see it is, if you have a beginner in a particular game and they want to level up, it's probably the best to do it the more conventional way, you know? Well, that's just my personal view. People might disagree, people might think that doing advanced things would be better or quicker, but depends on what people want to do. We had 4 and 6, and I'll be, you know, back to 2. Quite annoying, but I have to wait. I have to wait until I'm being brought in. What else can I do? Nothing. I'm still waiting for those other Guardians to be selected. I apologize to my viewers for this you know, long delay, but I'm dependent on the Bungie service, and as you could see, waiting for a while. I'm doing Supremacy because I believe some aspects of my quest will be met there, as we have obviously 6 other opponents rather than doing it on one-on-one or 3 against 3. But on the other hand, it's been very difficult to use my sword, and I got 1 Guardian kill on my sword today, but that isn't really going to be completing my quest, and I need to work out what to do and how to do it in view of my non-fiber internet connection and the speed problems which we observed. So I really have to think hard how to get there, because at the moment my Destiny 1 gameplay is focused on those top-notch weapons, and I need to get them. I might have a respite, from time to time, but that is the utmost priority, and there are several. This is just the second one of the lot. So I apologize to other community members who may be wanting to do Siva heroic strikes or some story missions. We had one person asking me to come in to help him with leveling up, but unfortunately I cannot help at the moment. I will do so once I'm liberated from this quest, but at the moment, as you can see, it's all down to the current tasks. Captain Jack says you can get kills with just a sword hilt, you don't need to have ammunition for it. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Captain Jack. So that would be your melee kills, would it? So you have your sword equipped and you use the sword. Basically, you'll be using a hilt in order to hit the opponents, right? I didn't know this, because that is going to be definitely helping. I've been in that situation a few times where I could have done it, and I used melee, against the opponents rather than the sword, because the sword was not having any ammunition, right? So that's definitely of interest to me. There we are, still waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm getting a bit hungry. I'm not tired though, it's just that this is frustrating. It's doubly frustrating because of my non-fiber internet connection as well. And I can see certainly some pitfalls, as I was obviously attempting to get my scores there. Captain Jack says you honestly might well just run around with a hilt because the Imago loop isn't going to get you any progress. Yeah, that's true. The reason I'm using Imago loop and I'm not really resorting to heavy ammunition weights and all that is that as I'm already in the Crucible, I can get some experience of firefights. So it's really kind of accomplishing 2 tasks at once. One is learning certain things in the Crucible, the other is completing the quest, and therefore the entire activity is massively prolonged. You know what I mean? If I was just focused on getting the sword kills, then I would have applied it and approached it differently. But I have several things against me in there. The first one is the internet speed. I am obviously lagging massively behind the other guys, and therefore it's harder to get kills even with the best weapons. And that is obviously of concern, so I have to really work out something in my head on what to do. I think you told me early on that everyone else was on green bar, and I was on a minute red bar. And some of my American friends told me that their upload on the Wi-Fi is usually between 10 and 25. And I've got a wire connection on my internet which isn't fiber, and I'm getting 1 upload. So 1 upload is, very, very poor, and it's a non-starter for PvE. you really can tell the difference when you jump from one rig to another. You know, the other system will have much faster upload and everything just looks and feels different. Captain Jack says, I'm just trying to help. Yeah, thanks very much. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And also, I appreciate your advice on what I need to be doing there in order to get to that level. You know, I'll try with the you know, with the hilt, and I'll see what I can do. But then you're having your weapon in there, right? And you will use it as if it was charged, and still it will get you some kills. I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll see what happens, you know? It's no problem, really. In fact, whilst I'm waiting, I'll equip the weapon. It's equipped, so that's fine. Yeah, got everything there that's necessary for me to be learning in the Crucible. Coming back to what you said, Captain Jack, indeed, Crucible is a different way of doing Destiny, because PvE and PvP are just, you know, two separate beasts. I still do think that people who have a lot of experience, they'll be at home with it quite quickly. People who do not, you know, the adventure gamers and people who do generally open world PvE, will find it very challenging, because they're playing against real people, and the behavior of those gamers is going to be determining what they can, they cannot do. But in addition to that, it's the server access and the speed. How come you choose the Solar Sword if you're going for Dark Drinker? Well, I can just tell you that I have been doing this together with Matthias. Matthias was providing me with, you know, directions and advice, and I just followed all he said, and therefore I'm just pursuing whatever he had advised me. So maybe that is then what I'm doing. Maybe this is what I'm doing in order to get the raised lighter at the end. Yeah, I collected all three. And the idea is to be increasing one by one. So, you know, I'll do one by one up to a point when I get to the Dark Drinker level. That's the idea. All three are here, aren't they? So there is Soul Edge, there is Arc Edge, and then there is also Void Edge. All three of them. This one has been obviously brought to 390 level. The other ones still have to be infused, but there was no hurry, and I've not done this yet. And Captain Jack says, I think if you choose the Void Edge on that character, then you're good. Yeah, sure. I'll try that some other time, but at the moment the quest is connected to the Soul Edge, I believe, and therefore I need to be using that weapon. Or am I also mistaken? Is it going to be the same if I'm using the other one? We're getting now somewhere. 6 people have been selected in there. Still waiting. We'll do a few more matches, then we'll call it a day. It's turning into a shorter day than usual, thanks to that summertime change that occurred earlier. So, you know, I started a bit later than anticipated, and I didn't sleep longer. In fact, I slept perhaps even shorter than usual, but it just that the spring, well, the time change caught up with me today. Yeah, Captain Jack saying you will choose one different one on each character. I think that's the idea. That is obviously of my understanding. So we are doing this soul sword on my hunter. As Matthias is not here with us today, he'll be able to illuminate on what the plan is. But unfortunately, I don't know all the details. You know, I've just taken it step by step, and I'm quite happy to be gradually going upwards. What would be your suggestion? Captain Jack says, if you choose the Solar Sword first on your hunter, then your quest is tied to the raised lighter. I see. And what weapon will be then tied to the Dark Drinker amongst those three? Because I thought the Dark Drinker was connected to this one, although I might have been, you know, misunderstanding on what was said, but I'm quite certain of looking at that. So I have obviously 3 of those. I have Soul Edge. The character you choose, the character you chose Void Sword first is tied to Dark Drinker. Yeah. The character you choose Void Sword first is tied to Dark Drinker. Yeah. Well, maybe we are going to be doing then. Ah, please, for the 3rd time the same thing is happening. But this is so infuriating. Well, tell you the truth, what I'll do is I'll just try to complete the quest, and then I'll see what comes out at the end. I thought we were doing it in order to get the Dark Drinker, but maybe because I didn't have that Void Sword earlier, only acquired it yesterday, or day before yesterday, therefore we focused on this one. So maybe it will be then for the raised lighter. And the character you chose Arc Sword first is tied to Bolt Caster. I see. Yeah, okay, so I understand. So we'll be looking for my hunter to have the raised lighter rather than the Dark Drinker. So I must have been then telling my my viewers some of the facts which are perhaps not 100% accurate. But what I can say is the quest is for the enhancement of the sword. So the bottom line is whether we get one or the other, we are going to be getting a sword which is more powerful to what we've got at the moment. Yeah, I can see these are the same people being circulated all the time. It's the same crew, the same lot in there. That Don Fabio was already in about a dozen matches with me, either on my team or played against me. Not sure why this is happening, but it is very annoying. Captain Jack says, I mean, for the step you are on, it doesn't matter because you can use any sword, but all I'm saying is the end result might be different than you expected. No, not really. I think what I'm expecting is just the enhancement. It doesn't really matter whether it's one sword or the other. What matters is that there is enhancement, and we get some, some weapon which is more mighty, more powerful, and we'll do it in a sequence, if necessary, on different characters, just like what you said. So it doesn't really matter. So, what should I say then to my viewers? The quest is for the Raise Lighter or for the Dark Drinker. The one I'm doing at the moment. What's going to come out at the end? It is my Hunter, it's Soul Sword, and I'm now already halfway through that quest. Well, this section of the quest. So for my Hunter and my Soul Sword, what are we going to be getting at the end? Is it going to be the Raise Lighter? The Raise Lighter. Okay. Then I must have misunderstood what Matthias said. He certainly would have not made a mistake. Because we talked about the Dark Drinker quite a lot, and then I thought that by using the Soul Sword we were going to be pursuing this path. But maybe it is something that he wanted to do in sequence as well. I'm not sure. I'll ask him. Next time that he joins the broadcast, I'll ask him. He is going to be able to illuminate me on this. But one way or the other, the quest is for that major enhancement of my sword or swords, and this is what we are doing at the moment. It doesn't matter whether it's the Dark Drinker or the Raise Lighter or any other at the end, Broadcaster. Well, coming back to that, if we consider all three, which one is of your own preference? The one you like the best, I guess, the Dark Drinker? Am I guessing correctly? The Dark Drinker is very, very popular. I've seen it, used many times by... Captain Jack says, all depends on what sword you pick up from Shax for the first time on that character. Alright. Yeah. Well, as I said, I just followed instructions. I've not done this before, and I think the instructions and the counsel provided was very, very good. And so far so good in terms of the actual experience, so I'm very, very happy. And then at the end we'll get just a better quality sword. I think Matthias wanted me to have the Sleep Simulant first, and then the Dark Drinker, and then I'm not sure, also some other weapons as well he mentioned, but I didn't register what the weapons were. So we can have everything, the best. And I guess the progression is focused on myself being raid ready, so I can have the best possible weapons for raids, and then we'll work on a strategy as well. Captain Jack says, Dark Drinker is great mainly because it's the main meta. I think that's the idea as well behind getting it, and this is just why we were pursuing, this step by step. Firstly, we were pursuing the Sleeper Simulant, and then we kind of progressed to the Dark Drinker. And Captain Jack says Boltcaster is best for PvP because its R2 attack has so much range, but Raise Lighter is situationally fine too. And Storm is asking, hi, why can't I see the stream? Stormy, if you're watching the Supremacy menu, we are just sitting on the Supremacy menu and we are waiting for the game to start because the server has been a bit slow in collecting the Guardians, so we've been waiting already for a little while for Supremacy match to restart. So if you are seeing everything that we're seeing as well, and you know, just a bit more patience. We're already up to 8 and 12 is the final number, so we need 4 more. Let's see who is out there. Yeah, unfortunately we are collecting the same lot. The same people were there before. And it looks like we've come to 8 and are going to be booted. Or not. Stormy says he's going to be following. Oh, we got finally somewhere. There you are, Stormy. You can see that the action is about to begin after all of that waiting, which has been quite annoying and lengthy. And just for the benefit of our viewers, I want to tell you we are going to be having maybe a few more matches and then we'll call it a day. Still about an hour left on the broadcast. Everything is a bit unusual because we had our summertime introduced in the UK today, and the day feels very, very different. My Sunday feels a bit odd, but there we are. Captain Jack says none are necessarily better than others, it's all situational. I just want to ask Captain Jack as well on the use of weapons. What weapon do you favor for Crucible, like what I'm doing now for Supremacy?
Alpha team.
Hand cannon, automatic, or what seems to be most effective? For me, it isn't going to be because of my internet.
Break your opponent,
but you know,
and retrieve their crest.
I can be always prepared for the future. He killed me even before I saw him. Captain Jack says that the weapon loadout is all very much dependent on the map. Two of them jumped me. And again, it's the same team that, or you know, not perhaps completely the same, but there's several people in there in that team that were opposing us earlier today. He doesn't want to die. I'm firing from less than a yard away. Headshots given and he's still alive.
Their honor is shattered.
Special weapons is purely about what your playstyle is. However, I would recommend giving sidearms a try because you always spawn with a full clip of ammo. Okay, didn't know that. So, sidearms a lot better, but I don't think I have any left in here. I'm not using them that much. Oh, so it's a massive big shotgun by the looks of it. Machine gun as well, used on me. Your weapons, anything but swords and sleeper. Rockets with tracking work, great. Machine guns can also be nice, and Gallahorn as well. That's quite a selection. Just like I said, depends on the character, depends on the situation, and also depends on the map.
Heavy ammo available. Only 5 minutes left. They never saw it coming. Their dignity is yours.
Going out instead of going in.
Glory is yours.
See, machine guns, time to kill is really quick. Yeah, but it's just still, I can't stop thinking that I have a problem with being able to see them in time. I just think they see me first. See that? Quite close range shots, and he didn't die. I don't think he saw me either, in fact.
Enemies almost won. No one shares the glory on that one, guys. is your honor, Guardian. Protect it.
Your crest is your honor. We lost. Okay. Collecting crests seems to be most important in here. Okay. Let's see whether we are going to be again selected fast or whether we need to wait. We'll have to see. So far so good. It's been good fun. Just that we had to be waiting for so long, which has been so annoying. Some messages coming in, let's see. Thank you, Stormy, for following us and for being a new member of our community. Stormy is the newest member. Thank you for coming in, for watching the channel. Thank you for supporting it. Really appreciate it. Also, thank you to Terra and Harkshaw, Weasel Base. Thank you to Rex Retweets. Thank you to Warren Spinger. Thank you for Lilithy and Cat Claws. Thank you to Pete J. Thank you to Skackle and Hot TV, Grow Your Channel, Randomosity TV. Thank you to K40 Gaming. Thank you to Weasel Base, Miss Alicat, Randomosity yet again. Thanks to Luis Ramirez. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for supporting our online entrepreneur community. And we have Ethan in here. Hello Ethan, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching the channel. As you could see, I'm doing the Crucible for the first time, and the reason for that is my quest. I thought it was for my Dark Drinker, but Captain Jack told me that actually it is going to be for Raise Lighter. In any case, it's the enhancement of my main sword. The quest requires 50 major kills, which I completed yesterday, and then 25 Guardian kills with that sword in the Crucible arena. So this is what I'm trying to do. Unsuccessfully so far, because I am not getting anywhere with my sword. I'm getting some kills on my hand cannon, but doing anything with my sword has been almost impossible. And it will take me a little while, so it's going to be a long grind. And for everyone watching this, well, we'll have to obviously consider some breaks with some other activities as well, but certainly the weekend has been dedicated to me being in a Crucible, learning a lot more about it, doing it actively, and trying to get those scores. So that's the score, that's the idea at the moment. Looks like we are being selected for another team, and that is pretty good. Whilst I'm waiting, I'll make myself another hot drink. I desperately need another lovely hot tea, because you know what, my voice has gone a bit croaky and the temperature is dropping outside as well. It's very warm. Well, it was warmish earlier on. It's dropping to about 6 degrees now. It's going to be about 2 tonight, so much colder than anticipated. Proper spring weather. April's coming, but we are still not anywhere near that summer heat, that is for certain. to our destination.
Supremacy. Bravo,
Really
team.
pretty pictures of those teams. I will post quite a few of them, I guarantee you,
Here's how
on
this
Twitter
works.
and Instagram.
Pick your opponent and retrieve their crest.
Yeah, it's the same crew again. The same people being rotated all the time. This guy's on the same team. Don't know really. Where did he come from? I didn't even see him. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just switch this. No, that's not really good.
Heavy ammo on the way. Heavy ammo available. 5 minutes remaining.
Oh, I got my second kill with a sword. That's astonishing. I got my second. I think it's quite certainly the second. Yeah, well, that's gonna be a long haul in here. Use the super on me. This is a good super for anything. Oh, he does have something that I certainly do not have in here. I was dead even before he approached me.
You've nearly lost.
They just seem to be much faster than me, and also they are on a much faster connection to the server than me, so that's double trouble.
Your crest is your honor, Guardian. Protect it!
Okay. Maybe one more and then we'll call it a day. I sort of still getting to grips with this, you know, but hopefully it isn't going to be a long wait like early on when we just had this infinite loading screen. It was annoying and enraging. And after I conclude with my broadcast, I'll be working on the History of Destiny article, and the History of Destiny article is titled Destiny Bungie Masterpiece, and we are going to be then reading it once published on my blog, hopefully within a day or two. And it's a very lengthy article with lots of bits of trivia and interesting elements related to the evolution of this wonderful first-person shooter. So you have to bear with me. It'll be a couple of days before I get all the illustrations and everything else in. But that is to be our next big posting on the community blog, and I should say on the blog in the community section. Gaming Dialogue, that is, my new blog, launched this week, and hope everyone is going to be reading it. I'm very pleased to see that Captain Jack read one of my postings and he was quite happy with it, and very good to see that our community members are also engaging on the blog as well. I'd like to ask everyone to just leave some comments and, you know, to get some conversation flowing on Gaming Dialogue as well, because that will draw attention from other gamers worldwide and will raise the bar for Destiny. It'll tell Bungie that indeed still there is a big community out there of Destiny 1 gamers, people who want to be playing it for many months and years to come, and they will be pleased to see that so much time and effort is being spent on what they created a little while back. This is going to be a long wait again by the looks of it. Oh no, it isn't. I stand corrected, my friends. I stand corrected. Twilight Gap, city perimeter on Earth.
Supremacy. Bravo team. Take your enemy down, then take their crest. Their honor will come with it. Gained the lead.
So where is this? No good to me. Special ammunition. He followed me. I don't like this map at all. More difficult than the other ones we've done.
Heavy ammo inbound.
I was dead even before I saw him, so definitely internet
Heavy
connection.
ammo available. This isn't a fight. It's
Definitely.
a massacre. I said take the crest, and you took all of the crests. That's why I like you, God.
Well, it wasn't me really. Teammates in there. Massive win. And also very quick. It's been a couple of minutes, less than 10 minutes. So I think what I'll do is I'll do another game, because we'll have... Yeah, it's not good at all. Very good team. Don't want to be waiting for that too long. Do something else then in Crucible. We're looking for one last match for today. All of this Crucible activity is tied to our sword enhancement action. I thought I was doing the Dark Drinker quest, but apparently I was told that what I'm doing is... where is it? That it is really tied to Raise Lighter, so we'll have to see whether it's going to be Dark Drinker or Raise Lighter. In any case, it is basically the enhancement of my sword mission to get the best sword possible, and this is why I'm doing Crucible. And I've joined Crucible and I tried it for the first time yesterday. As you could see, there are two things really working out against me. One is my lack of knowledge, experience and skill in that arena, and the other is my internet speed. All the other guys are receiving a much faster connection to the server than me, and they can see me before I can see them, which is resulting in many of my deaths. So I'm really fighting a bit of a tricky war out here, a lot more difficult, perhaps even impossible. But I got 2 out of 25 on the sword kills, and it looks like it is going to be a long haul before I'll be able to. I may not be even able to do it on the system, because the internet speed must be much faster to be able to do PvE, properly. So it may be that I'll, have to go elsewhere to do it. We need to see, because otherwise it's just going to be a long grind, much longer to what I can personally tolerate.
Supremacy. Bravo team. Here's how this works. Break your opponent and retrieve their crest.
Why did he not throw a grenade?
Heavy ammo on the way. Your allies have your back. Five minutes remaining. Heavy ammo available.
Annoying. That is annoying. So slow. I must be like 2 seconds behind the other guys. It's really, really poor. Nothing I can do. You could see, 1 shot, 1 kill. I don't think I'll play Crucible on non-5 anymore, because it's just really draining for me and it's draining for others as well.
1 minute. They've almost won. "30 seconds and counting." Only 10 seconds left. I will not accept surrender, Guardian. You have dignity to maintain.
Alright, my friends, I didn't really enjoy this today, I have to admit. I had lots of problems here. First of all, with the server, it wasn't connecting fast enough to the Crucible, and you know, there have been all other kinds of issues in there, so not really well, on the other hand, some of the games were quite good, but it seems like a pointless exercise if I can see that the internet connection to servers of the other guys is so much more superior to mine, and causing so many deaths, and in fact I can't really engage them properly because they can see me before I see them, and you know, many other issues emerging. So I have to rethink on what to do and what to do with this section of my quest. It may be or it may not be the best thing to do, because I don't want to be really boring other you know, viewers with the fact that it's you know, you can tell it's futile. I can do it a million times and the sword is not going to work in that environment if I'm, you know, lagging with ticks and pings and everything else behind the other guys. There were, you could really tell. It's happened so many times today when watched. Not an excuse for my own lack of skill, but I have a lot of experience in Battle Royale, and I can tell, you know, when things really work out on the tech front and when they do not, and in this instance they certainly don't. And so I have to rethink the whole strategy. But you know, it's been good fun going to Crucible and indeed trying out a few things there. I have obviously a very good idea on how it works now after being there for 2 days. I had some really good firefights, had some you know, good scores, and I played with some very good teams. But I can tell that some people who are doing it, and I've spotted that yesterday and today, are doing it literally 24/7. They're doing just Crucible. They're there all the time, and you recognize their user IDs instantly. So I stand no chance against such guys. It's the fact. And I really have to work out a strategy by which I'll be able to get that quest completed, because with this internet speed and with the lag which is being experienced, honestly, you know, it just seems impossible. And I need to work. It's a miracle that I was able to use the sword twice on these Guardians, and I have to really rethink and rework out a strategy on how to do this. Also, I discovered that it isn't a Dark Drinker quest, but a quest which is focused on another weapon, Raise Lighter. But we need to really double check and investigate that and find out what the ultimate result is going to be. One way or the other, the quest is to basically provide me with the second awesome weapon in addition to the Sleeper Simulant, and indeed that is the ultimate task. So I hope you enjoyed this stream today on Sunday, somewhat shorter than usual due to the fact that we changed today. Well, the times have changed today basically, and we've gone to our summertime in the UK, so I started a bit later. But hope you enjoyed some of the firefights and indeed some of our conversations here with our community members. Hope you are going to be carrying on with your Destiny 1 world. You carry on playing it and streaming it and enjoying it and joining us as well. And indeed, I wish you all a very, very good night.